Hello and welcome to my channel 501 Tico Viajero or Traveling. We are going to Florence, Italy, and off we go. And here I am saying goodbye from this beautiful Airbnb that we had in the beautiful city of La Spezia. And we are about to go to the Spezia train station. And I just wanted to show you the little bit of the inconvenience when you are traveling in these beautiful European places. The sidewalks and the streets are still from ancient times, so they are not friendly with your baggage. But anyway, I wanted to show you this. We are at the train station of La Spezia that we use as a headquarters to travel to Cinque Terre. We spent 3 days on this beautiful city, and now we are heading towards Florence. Here we are traveling on the high-speed trains, and these trains they reach up to 300 kilometers per hour. Here we are at 225, 245, and as you guys can tell, it is just a pleasant trip. No worries, just enjoying these beautiful Toscana sights. So here we are enjoying these beautiful sights, again enjoying this trip, and you know that you are traveling safely. Here we are at Florence city, and I wanted to buy every single magnet that there is on the market. I am gonna place a couple of pictures of the magnets that we got and we place in our refrigerator as from this beautiful trip that starts from Argentina, and we went to Brazil, Canarian Islands, Spain, Italy, and Greece. So here we are enjoying these beautiful sights on these beautiful buildings, enjoying the weather. Here we notice that there is a lot of people in line for this, I'm assuming, very famous restaurant. But thank God we were not even hungry or with the idea to spend any time in lines. So we continue walking and enjoying these outside restaurants, enjoying these beautiful sights, when all of a sudden we got to this beautiful plaza. Piazza della Repubblica. I'm trying to translate that to Plaza of the Republic. And look at this. It's not only a beautiful plaza or piazza, they got a carousel. A beautiful carousel nevertheless. And then boom, we got to this beautiful building. The name of the place is Pension Pendini. This pension, which I'm assuming that it's a kind of a hotel, this was built by a king that he didn't want to mix up with the rest of the population, and he didn't want him and his wife to cross and mix up with the people, so he built up this bridge all across from the palace to different locations throughout the city. And we made it to the Vecchio Bridge or Ponte Vecchio and to the River Arno. And I am still wondering how she made it up there so quick. With all the amount of tourists that we are here, it was almost impossible. And she was all the way up there on that next bridge. And here we are just around the corner of this famous bridge. And here I am placing my address in the TikTok world. And I just let my address there so you guys can follow me on my TikToks as well and support. Thank you. And here are some pictures to tell, yes, I was there. And here comes something you can read on my lips, Puente Vecchio, nevertheless. Just to make sure that I was there. Here I wanted to show you how busy this place was. Many tourists. Here is a little story about these beautiful jewelry stores, but they are located on the Vecchio Bridge. They used to be butchers, and some of these stores, they have trapdoors where they used to clean the animals and all the leftovers used to fall down the river. So I think this was an improvement on replacing the butchers for jewelry stores. And certainly look at these beautiful places. I wanted to buy it all. Beautiful. We are getting pretty much to the center of the bridge where this statue is, right in the middle. Here it's also a proof of the amount of people that we were there that day. And it was increasing by the second. Another picture just to prove myself that I was there. This is a replica of the bridge. And here we got another picture of the ocean of people that we were there. And here is some more. All the streets were full of tourists. Pretty much everywhere you walk, there is something to see in Florence. And here we made it to Piazza de San Lorenzo. Another beautiful spot. And then we got the bad habit of get hungry. So we decided to get something to eat, and we decided to go to the Central Market, another very famous market in Florence. We walk around a little bit before we found our spot. And we got it. I can't remember if this was lunchtime or dinner time, but I think it was lunchtime, and we decided to go for this delicious sandwich. I just want to make sure if it is hot or cold, and then obviously the dessert comes along with it. We want to waste no time. And in the meantime, I'm just recording this beautiful market, As I was saying, pretty much everything in this city, everywhere you look, there is always something beautiful. Here we came out of this market and we were looking for Galileo Galilei's house. And we were complaining because it only took us uphill and we end up not finding the house. So I am angry. I want to get out of there. But again, this is the thing in Italy or in Europe in general. Anywhere you walk, you will find something nice. And then we run into this beautiful church. So we got to this beautiful church, in front of the church, and this plaza called Piazza Santa Croce. I'm gonna try to translate that to Plaza of the Saint Cross. And as I was saying, we keep on finding beautiful, beautiful places. This is the Cathedral of Santa Maria de Fiore. Fiore is flower, so you make your own translation. And apparently the Italians like to name these places with different names. It could be a cathedral, it could be a basilica, and all I can tell you, it is a beautiful building. My wife and I, we were so excited that we were finding all these beautiful spots that we took for granted to even try to go inside this cathedral. So I hope that in our next trip to Italy, we will be able to visit. In our tour of the city, we found this beautiful store where they sell all these ceramic artifacts, and it's called is the Historic Center, and we were just amazed by all the craftsmanship of these beautiful artifacts. I mean, don't get me wrong, we are in Italy, and if there is something here, is art everywhere you look. And we found a Ferrari store. Again, we are in Italy, and these Italians, they know how to build cars, expensive cars. I am super crazy about all the chess products, and here I got to delete myself in looking at these beautiful things. I couldn't buy any, but I love to see them. Again, we got hungry and we needed to eat, and I decided to make a video of these beautiful places. Look at the food, it's so attractive. Continue walking right after our small snack to a garden, and this garden is just amazing. This garden is also considered a museum, and it's called Museum of Giordano di Boboli. A beautiful place to walk around, but then when you are walking into these beautiful gardens, you appreciate how high you are and the size of the city. It is a beautiful, beautiful walk, beautiful sights, and eventually you will find a beautiful palace called Palazzo Pitti. While you're walking on the gardens, you find this beautiful place. The place is protected by metal bars, so it doesn't allow you to go in. But as you can see, even from the outside, the technique that they use to build these beautiful sculptures and pictures. It is just amazing, amazing craftsmanship. And again, we are in Italy, so there is no lack of amazing artists. And just take a look at this beautiful room, and it takes my breath away how beautiful these things are and how they come out with these ideas. It is just beautiful. We continue walking and exploring these beautiful gardens. And again, everywhere you go, everywhere you look, it is just amazing. Here is another view of the beautiful city of Florence. We keep on walking, statues everywhere, green places everywhere, and there is a little bit of it. Palazzo Pitti. And there you have it. Let's take a look at this beautiful structure. It is a great pleasure to be in these locations. Here I managed to get into the inside plaza of this beautiful palace and just look around at the architecture, design. The day is just great. This is inside the palace. I couldn't get in different areas, and also I know I lost a lot of the material that I had, a lot of the pictures and videos that I made inside. So I gathered everything that I was able to save and I placed it over here just to see the beautiful craftsmanship of these pictures, sculptures. It is an amazing trip inside this beautiful palace. At least what we were able to have access to, because there was another access to the king and the queen chambers, but the line was so big that we didn't want to spend much time on it. So we decided to continue walking and finding a beautiful, amazing craftsmanship all over the city. We came out of that beautiful place and we continue our adventure, our walk, enjoying this picture perfect sceneries and just trying to understand this beautiful city. This is outside the palace, and I wanted to show you the lines that they were outside the palace to go into the king and the queen chambers. Right there. It is a little hard to see, but the lines were just around the corner of the building. So we decided not to go in. We kept on walking, finding these beautiful craftsmanships all over the city. Again, I am a very small time collector and I wanted to have all these things with me, take it with me, but I had no more room in my luggage. I was topped off. Well, now we are heading towards the Galleria della Accademia. The Galleria of the Accademia is the place where the David that Michelangelo sculpted. So a little bit of this, a little bit story of this particular David. The David that is in the Academy, Gallery of the Academy, the David that is in there, this David was outside, and they moved the original David into the gallery to prevent damage, further damage, because it was getting damaged by the weather. So they built two replicas and they placed one in a plaza that eventually on a video I'm gonna take you up there. Here are some pictures of the famous Michelangelo, famous by many trades. And here it is, the David that he sculptured so perfectly. They have been analyzing this sculpture and the detail, it is just unbelievable. Here I am in front of the sculpture of David, just so you guys can have an idea how tall this sculpture is. And then we walk around in the gallery, and the amount of sculpture artists that they were there were so many that I didn't know their names, but there was a lot of material here. And it is just impressive how they can get a piece of marble and take it or transform it into something so beautiful and something that it will last for so long. And there he is. This is another piece that Mr. Michelangelo sculpture, and there are so many of his art in this gallery, and then some other artists. For me, it is just amazing how vivid the colors are on these pictures that they could have run into the hundreds of years, and it is simply amazing. So we sadly came out of the gallery, but we wanted to go to the plaza where they have the replica of one of the Davids, and it's called Relays Piazza Signoria. And here is where one of the copies of the David statue is. At the time that we got there, there was a concert, and the amount of people multiplied by 10. We were already a lot of tourists, and the people who came to the concert, we probably filled up that plaza with no room for anything else. So you guys can see the amount of people there, but also please appreciate the beauty of these statues and the magnificence of this kind of work. I wanted to be honest, but on this area where I pointed at the arrow, we were not supposed to be there. There were chains along these lines, and I managed to get in, even though this lady gave me hell because I wanted to go in there, and she kept telling me that it was not allowed, but I kept on going. I didn't care. I wanted to get the best pictures possible in my visit to this area. So anyway, here is some of the last pictures that I have on my visit to this beautiful city, and I was just closing up my video here, inviting you to please subscribe, like, and share. And I wanted to let you know that my next video is going to be in Rome. So Rome, it has a lot to offer, so I might have to divide this in a few different videos, but please follow me for more of this beautiful information and videos that I make. And thank you for following me. Appreciate it.